Well, a special good evening to you and welcome to the DFA Technical Center. Let's be getting set for some more quarter-final action in the Premier League President's Cup. A few moments ago, we saw the Roosevelt Scarlet Bombers putting an end to the run of the Connect 767 Course Ready Cash East Central team. 5-3 winners, Roosevelt Scarlet Bombers. Well, getting set now for Sagicor Southeast, and they'll be up against Petro Caribbean Pointe Michel. My name is Gavin Richards, being joined by Joseph Fadou. We're going to bring you the exciting action here from the DFA Technical Center. It's a damp Saturday evening, just blessed with a shower a few moments ago, but nice, cool atmosphere. As I say, good evening to Joseph Fadou.
Good evening to you, Gavin Richards, and good evening to all the viewers and listeners on the DFA Facebook page and YouTube channel. Thanks to the good folks from Stream Genius. And as you said, the conditions, we had a few showers, but we know that the field here, it dries up pretty quickly, but still it's going to be taken into consideration. It may not dry up as quickly as possible, so the conditions starting off probably in the first few minutes are going to be just a little bit damp, and the players will have to definitely look out for that. Somebody will be going home tonight, Gavin. Definitely. Because this is just basically an elimination. You play, you win, you advance. You play, you lose, you go home. And that's how it is going to be tonight, right here. We see the teams coming onto the field.
Yeah, teams making their way onto the field. Man in the middle this evening will be Sean McDonald. And we have Sagicor Southeast in their purple and Petro Caribbean Pointe Michel in the traditional red and black. Let's run through the starting lineups. We'll start with Sagicor Southeast. And in goal will be Randall Prince. A bit of a surprise, as normally the goalkeeper is Mervyn Johnson, but tonight it's Randall Prince. We have Yannick George and Javid George as well, also in the starting lineup. Cheston Prosper, Lewan Leslie, Himani Rodney, who's celebrating a call-up to the senior men's national football team training squad. Also, Adriel Lawrence, Sidney Lockhart, the captain, Darren Lazar, Josta Prince, and Darren James, who was the second leading goal scorer in this year's competition. And he too also got a call-up for training for the senior men's national football team. Fadul, you can bring us up to date with the Pointe Michel starting 11.
Well, Gavin, we don't have the Pointe Michel starting 11. We just have the players who are scheduled to be done. Okay, well, yes, now we do have it clearly. Well, Jaime Gregor will be starting off. Ethan Doctrove, Raj Alfred, Kiwan Tuse, Daniel Dupini, Kyle Del Sol, Diamond Dominic, Delano Edwards, Nas Basil, Bert Kazimi, and Nichols Carrera. That's the starting 11 for Pointe Michel tonight. And of course, rather strong Pointe Michel lineup starting off. In fact, both sides coming off strong because somebody wants to advance. Both teams, Gavin, want to advance to be the champions of the President's Cup. Momentarily, we will see action getting underway in our second game of the evening from the Stock Farm Technical Center. Gavin.
Well, it's an interesting starting lineup for the Petro Caribbean Pointe Michel team because one name is missing out, and that's Dante Warrington, who is, I believe, is off in Barbados, playing a professional, well, not professionally, but semi-professionally there. So not in a team for Pointe Michel. He's one of the more exciting wingers in Dominica's football, and goal-scoring machine on his day, and really helped Pointe Michel in their bid to avoid relegation. And he's not in tonight. And the Sagicor Southeast team with that front three, that lethal front three of Sidney Lockhart, Javid George, and Darren James. A lot of pace on the wings with George and Lockhart. And James, of course, has been very clinical in front of goal. Well, in the last season, I should say, was the second leading scorer. And, if they can get firing, that Southeast could be a long night for the Petro Caribbean Pointe Michel team.
Well, I'm sure that's the objective for tonight, to get firing, Gavin, and get firing as early as possible. Like you indicated, the front three firing squad for Sagicor putting themselves well in advance. I'm pretty sure that is probably the tactic and the strategy to get firing early, get some early goals, and probably even consider putting this game away in the first half. Because once that can be done, at least in terms of the number of goals, at least a good clear number of goals comfortably, then it won't be any good news for Pointe Michel tonight. We're about to see the referee, the man Sean, referee Sean, about to blow the whistle as we get underway. Pointe Michel will take first touch with Kyle Del Sol going to be on the foot to start us off any second from now.
So it's win or go home. It's been a few months since either of the teams have been in action. Premier League came to an end back in August. And this President's Cup is coming 2 months after the end of the Premier League. And we heard from the Roosevelt Scarlet Bombers coach, the winning coach, Horace Mills. Well, we're underway here at the DFA Technical Center. It's 6:56 by my watch. Sachiko Southeast, Petro Caribbean, Pointe Michel. And immediately the first infringement, a free kick for Pointe Michel.
Sachiko picking up a very early fall. We're not even 10 seconds into the game as yet. Bit of hasty feelings on the agitation on the field, it seems, from Sachiko's side, Gavin.
Yeah, well, if we look at the game plans or what maybe could be the game plans for the two teams, this one's headed out. We'll have our first corner kick of the evening. And a good chance for Pointe Michel to push some bodies forward because they have to take advantage of the set piece opportunities. Not the best, but still a dangerous ball still with Pointe Michel as they look to try to get the ball into the box. And Southeast, they haven't really had a touch on the ball yet this evening. And the referee spotted another foul. It's going to be another free kick for Pointe Michel.
Things are just piling up in terms of the fouls. Very early second infringement against Sachiko.
Well, Fadul, I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but looks like some guys are jumping ship already. Their ship might be sinking and they're saying that they're not going down with the ship. I'm seeing them in some different color uniforms. Very interested.
Well, like the saying says, the game is not over until the fat lady sings, and it is very early for the fat lady to be singing, Gavin. A three-man wall comes through, chips it over inside, a header, bit of a clearance, back down, and it's going to be a...
Well, it's gone in! Fumbled by the goalkeeper. And it's got in, so Petro Caribbean Pointe Michel getting that lead there. Goalkeeper could have done a lot better on that one.
Well, I'm not sure if we're going to consider this one an own goal, Gavin, because the keeper did have a hand on the ball. So do we consider that as an own goal?
Well, we'll get the final verdict from the fourth official as to whether they're going to give it an own goal or whether the Pointe Michel player might have just gotten some contact on it. But I said before at the start of the game that normally Pointe Michel has Mervyn Johnson, or not Pointe Michel, Southeast has Mervyn Johnson in goal. Tonight they're starting off with Randall Prince. And it's Southeast on the back foot. Very early in proceedings. Before the game, we saw the Southeast team engage with their sponsor, Sachiko. Just a lovely through ball, and it looks like he's in. And it could be two! It is two! It is two! Pointe Michel off to a brilliant start here at the DFA Technical Center.
And it looks like the likes of Kyle Del Sol with the second one in for Pointe Michel. And Pointe Michel making a very early statement here, Gavin. Two already, and we are not even 5 minutes into play. Kyle Del Sol punching in the second one for Pointe Michel.
Well, that was a brilliant finish from Del Sol. Held his composure, just opened up his body nicely, got it past the goalkeeper. And just like that, Surgical Southeast are on the brink of a shocking exit here out of the DFA Technical Center.
Well, the firing three that you indicated earlier, I'm not sure if there's a bit of water in the gunpowder that they are trying to fire, but conditions seem to be very damp and gloomy for Sagiko at this point, and hopefully things will dry out for them. Again, intercept by Pointe Michel.
Well, Fadul, as you were saying, Southeast hasn't really had an opportunity on the ball. It's been a quick start there from Pointe Michel, and now they've caught Southeast slipping.
Kyle Del Sol once again.
He's gone out for a goal kick as Southeast look to regroup, look to settle down. As it's going to be appeals for a handball is given. And Ethan Doctor lucky not to head into the referee's book. That looked like a blatant handball. Free kick for Surgical Southeast. Into the penalty area, but Pointe Michel defending quite well. And the flag is up on the near side. It's going to be offside. Fadul, this is a dream start for the Pointe Michel team. And it sort of gives them the cushion that they need, and they can sit back and defend and not really take any more chances going forward. Just hope to catch Southeast on the counter.
As you can see, Pointe Michel attempting to push, but Pointe Michel, I suspect, will definitely want one or two more goals to be a bit more comfortable. But Sagiko will be definitely looking to fire back, dry up themselves a little bit from the damp conditions, and it's just not been in their favor as yet. Not been holding on to possession like we've been seeing. They've been getting possession and then losing it, getting and losing. It's just so far not been too in their favor, Gavin.
Yes, that's what when you concede 2 early goals, that can really do that to you. As appeals for penalty, nothing, says Sean McDonald. And Fadul, you're quite right in terms of they haven't settled into the game yet. And now they will probably be playing a bit anxious, because this is not just a regular league game, it's a knockout game.
Well, I'm glad you used the word anxious and not...
As this one breaks down, goalkeeper quickly off his line.
Oh, Gavin, I'm glad you used the word anxious and not angry or agitated.
Another encouragement. Free kick for Pointe Michel.
Pointe Michel. Because I know sometimes, even very early on, the moral and the morality and the enthusiasm and the zeal can sometimes drop very, very, very quickly. Especially you're not even 5 minutes, you've not been 5 minutes into the game, and you are 2 down already.
Fadul, what happens is, like, you can look at it, you can use maybe a cricket analogy, where a team might maybe score 93 runs on a given day, or have 93 runs on the board. But there's a thing called scoreboard pressure. And 93 runs can look like a mountain sometimes. And this is what Southeast is going to have to carry. I think the flag might go up if he gets onto it. No, he's not. Goalkeeper quickly off his line, but he looked to be in an offside position. And what you can find now is that Southeast being 2 goals down so early, any other opportunity that Southeast gets, to score or to create a chance or something, the fact that they're 2 goals down is going to be playing on their mind, and that might just put their passes off a bit, or make them snap at some shots or stuff along those lines.
Well, yes, Gavin. And they will have to be very careful not to take any of those hasty shots, the desperate shots that we know sometimes players may want to take.
Well, that's another wood ball there. Oh, and he's held back. Oh, it's offside, actually. I thought he was going to get a foul, because clearly there was a little tug of the jersey. But offside on the far side. And right there for the defensive duties, Ethan Doctor. Happy Ethan Doctor as well, celebrating a call up for training for the senior men's national football team.
Gavin, he will have to show his, his zeal, his power, his skills, his talent, because you don't just get called up to the national team if you don't have something to show for it. And tonight, hopefully, he will show a bit more of the reason why he has gotten called up.
The Doctor was one of the bright stars, bright stars, best word to use for Pointe Michel in this last campaign. The goalkeeper showing some confidence on the ball there. And Pointe Michel playing well out of the back successfully.
Nerve-biting moment for the goalkeeper a bit.
Well, the goalkeeper says, I'm comfortable, man. I can play in the outfield as well. You can see Pointe Michel is stringing the pass as well. Good knocking of the ball. Back to Carey. Carey looking for an option inside. Oh, handball there. Offside, actually. Southeast looking to get on the way. Flag is up. And again, offside. So Pointe Michel playing a sort of a high line. So far, it's working for them.
No, Gavin, I'm not sure if it's too early to say this. I know sometimes we look at how teams are playing, but I think if Pointe Michel were playing like this during the Premier League, I think they may have been a bit higher in the table, because this seems to be a bit more of a focused Pointe Michel team so far. They're stringing the passes a bit correctly, a bit more correct.
Ooh, that one almost went in off the head of the Southeast defender. There's a corner kick though. Southeast not doing themselves any favors there. They're defending. And almost easily they could have been down 3-0. This is another set piece chance for Pointe Michel. Fadu. You can see this time they've been a little bit more cautious. You have 3 players back in defensive positions. Not so many bodies forward. Corner kick overhit. Pointe Michel will keep it. Can he get a good ball into the box? Oh, this snow is not the best. It's got out. Goal kick. Wasted chance there on the set piece, Fadu.
I don't want to say he could have afforded to waste that chance, but again, you don't want to waste any opportunities that you can. He had a number of options in. I think he could have played it down into the 6-yard area, taking his time, looked for a number of options. In fact, pulled out of the 18-yard box and, of course, attempted drive down through the middle. But like you said, correctly so, a wasted chance, and hopefully it will not come back to haunt them.
Well, at least they have a 2-goal cushion, but we saw in the first game that leads can easily evaporate. East Central had the lead twice.
Yes.
And they were losers in the end.
5-3, in fact.
I know we are on the production crew for Stream Genius. We have some avid East Central supporters.
I heard in the grapevine some of them may have crossed the floor in the intermission between the 2 games, Gavin. I know you have your sources.
Well, I have my sources and I have my own 2 eyes as well.
Okay. Well,
my eyes are not deceiving me. And I saw something that I probably should not have seen. Well, this is a bit of inside joke, ladies and gentlemen. If you know, you know. Petrocari Pointe Michel for 2-0 advantage. Keeper gets on to the end of this one. Looking to see if he can get Southeast on their way. Oh, that one could be trouble. Oh, and lovely work from the goalkeeper. That was brilliant work there from the goalkeeper. Sweeping position quickly off his line. And did well with his body there. But you can see Southeast with some urgency, trying to take the free kick quickly. The referee says no. He's going to bring it back.
Well, Gavin, they wanted to take it quickly because, like we said, they're 2 down. They're looking to desperately try to at least get onto the scorecards. I don't think they expected Pointe Michel to be coming on as they did. In fact, the first goal, slip of the fingers from the goalkeeper. The second goal, brilliant shot by Kyle Del Sol.
Well, it's Javid George and started over. Actually, no. Javid George moving into the wall or near the wall. Chance for Southeast. Good shot there. Forcing the goalkeeper goes in! So we've seen some goalkeeping blunders here. And just like that, Southeast back into this game.
And what a shot again. This is the blunder by the goalkeeper. We saw a blunder from the other side. This time, the Pointe Michel blunder. And Southeast, can we say, have started to make a comeback, Gavin, to make up for the first loss that they did in terms of goals.
Well, 2 goals conceded based on 2 errors from the goalkeeper. And just like that, Southeast are back in the game, and now they're looking to the equalizer. And Pointe Michel with some defending to do. The dynamics of this game changed very quickly. What a difference 1 goal can make. Looked like a heavy challenge there from the Pointe Michel players, but it will be a throw-in for Southeast. Southeast pulling 1 goal back. A free kick. Which probably had no business going in.
Lawrence. So the goal scorer, based on the information that we have, is the number 10, and number 10, I believe, is Adriel Lawrence.
Yes. So it's game on here at the DFA Technical Center. Quite an appreciative crowd as well. No nonsense clearance. Pointe Michel not taking any chances. Have some defending to do now. Of course, we have some more action tomorrow in this quarterfinal stage of the President's Cup. DSFC and Central Cooperative Credit Union Dubla FC will be in action. There's also Valvoline United and the Belfast Estate Mao Soccer Strikers. That's a big game. There's a chance again for Pointe Michel. No, goalkeeper quickly out. Good defending as well, shadowed.
That's the kind of teamwork they want to work on, and of course keep doing, shadowing and assisting the goalkeeper as they just did in order to prevent more goals.
Skipping past him, the flag is staying. No, the flag has gone up. Ooh. Actually, looked very close for a moment there. Offside. Pointe Michel is living dangerously that high line. Remember there, some express pace with Javid George and Deron James, Sidney Lockhart. Pointe Michel defenders will have to be very disciplined because one mistake in that high line could spell disaster. Just looking to find Javid George there, but that pass too strong, overhit. Two on here at the DFA Technical Center. Long through down the line, stayed in, as it now is gone out. Javi George taking his time to get the ball back into play. And he's left it for Kimani Rodney. Javi George loses possession, was looking to the referee to be bailed out. Ooh, the player slipped there and it's providing a chance for Southeast. Flag is down. Can he get a good ball into the box? Oh, timed. Sidney Lockhart looking for space. Lockhart and goes over bar. Sidney Lockhart with the attempt off target. But a good attempt in the end.
You have to admit, Sidney had 2 opportunities before that. He saw first one, pull back, realized it wasn't clear. Saw second one, pull back, still realized he wasn't clear. On the 3rd attempt, Gavin, he took the shot. And I'm not sure if the conditions on the field were not favorable to him, but it went over the crossbar. But he was not hasty with the shot. That is one thing.
Yeah, Lockhart, of course, a former national player, a former Golden Boot winner as well, former Footballer of the Year. And I would have played in Trinidad and Tobago as well. As this shot comes in, goes over the bar. Not going to trouble the goalkeeper.
Well, in the Division 1 knockoffs, we're getting word that it's 3-1 in favor of Bath State. So it's 3-1 in favor of Bath State at the Almond Park, Gavin.
Yeah, Bath State taking on Northside in the quarterfinals. Bath State looking to get back into the Premier League. A win tonight will put them into the semi-finals. The Southeast themselves are pushing for an equalizer. In case you're just joining us as he's caught there, referee's playing the advantage. You'll probably go back to address it. This is Lawrence skips past one tackle. Oh, that's a good ball and the flag is staying down. It's Darren James. Darren James pulls it back. Darren James, good save from the goalkeeper. For a moment there, Southeast thought that they got to the equalizer.
Beautiful attempt by Darren James, pushing through, taking his time. I'm not sure what exactly happened because he had a good bit of space from the left side of the keeper. We all thought it was going through to pass from the left side. Didn't quite make it though.
Bit of a lazy pass there from Justin Prince. He's gifted it back to Pointe Michel. Pointe Michel are trying to catch Southeast on the counter. Notice that they've dropped a lot of bodies back and they're quite content on defending right now and getting the counter when they get that opportunity. To be a throw-in for Southeast.
I don't think the fans were too happy with that call. They thought Pointe Michel had the last. They thought Southeast had the last touch, but the referee and the linesman have the last say.
So this is the DFA's President's Cup. We'll also have a Division 1 President's Cup as well. And then we'll have a FA Cup to follow this competition where we'll have the best 4 teams from each of the President's Cups. So the 4 semi-finalists basically. So a lot of football still to come. We still have the Division 1 on the way, really heating up with the quarterfinals and soon semi-finals. The Women's League also in full swing. There's under 18, under 15. So if you're a football supporter, there's a ton of football ongoing. This ball coming to the box with the keeper. Get it. They're going to find Carrie in there. And he's brought down. No. Foul. Thought he probably would have gotten that foul. Woo! Goalkeeper there. Almost made a mess of it. I think maybe, like you said, the slippery conditions. Outfield still a little bit damp.
And he needs to be very careful because that's the second time this has happened to him. So both goalkeepers, in fact, need to be very careful.
So we're going to have I think it's a throw-in for Southeast. They were hoping for a free kick, but actually it is going to be a free kick. Another ball into the air, goalkeeper, and this one for the cameras. As he watches it go outside, it's going to be a goal kick.
Like the way how he shadowed it, just looked at it, thought he would have probably wanted to punch it out. For a second, I thought he was actually going to punch it out and then realize, and then he just turned with it just to shadow it out.
Long goal kick taken. And Prince. Southeast trying to string some passes. Looking for some options. It's just a Prince. Carries. I think he held onto the ball for a bit too long. Lovely pullback. Still going with it. A chance! And another save! Another big save from the goalkeeper. Really making amends for the blunder. Two good saves.
That was a brilliant save by the goalkeeper there. Of course, the cross coming in from the left wing, taking his time and then sliding it in through to the 6-yard box area. And that was a powerful shot.
Firmly struck, but good goalkeeping. In comes another corner kick. Goalkeeper gets a punch. No! There's a fumble in the box. Scramble! And, well, Pointe Michel will clear the lines. Goalkeeper really making another blunder there. Came out to punch, missed it all entirely. Had his heart in his mouth. Luckily for him, Southeast were not able to capitalize. And now it's Pointe Michel trying to come the other way. And again, that attack has broken down. Good defensive work there. Had to get a touch onto that. It's gone out. Throw in for Southeast. Just about 26 minutes gone. What has been an exciting first half so far. 3 goals on the score sheet. It's a 2-1 cushion for Pointe Michel. Plays it back. Oh, that's a bad pass given away. But again, what we find happening, Fadul, is that because Pointe Michel have dropped back into a defensive block, there are not really many options going forward when they do win the ball back. And they sort of tend to give it away.
Well, they've been forced into that position, Gavin.
But I wouldn't really say they're forced. It's just that Pointe Michel seems quite content now on parking the bus and holding on to that 1-goal lead. And they're basically saying to Southeast that if you want to win this game, you're going to have to throw some bodies forward. And we will be hoping to catch you on the counter-attack.
But like you said, Gavin, and you're very correct, the counter has just not been in full effect. Nobody has been putting themselves forward to catch the counter for them. And yes, I mean, you may be comfortable with, you know, a 2-1 score on the score sheet. But at the same time, you know, it's very early in the game. We are 28 minutes into the first half. We still have quite a bit of time in the first half. We still have another half to go. And could this be a counter coming through, Gavin? No.
Almost there, but again, like I said, not too many options. So he had to do so much work, you know, to get past the defenders. The flag staying down, gets the flag is down, and Southeast are on. Southeast is the chance. And that wall again, good defending. Good defending.
Oh, some fantastic defending right there. Good teamwork between the goalkeeper and the defensive line to clear that one. It was he did put themselves in a bit of danger. The player for Sagicor did find himself, you know, playing onside, playing forward, not pressing too strong, and then striking.
Oh, this is again almost a chance in the penalty area there. Pointe Michel a little bit of pressure. Went for the acrobatic. The spectacular missed it. And no, well, numbers against him, but he's sprinting on. He's going to win the ball. Doesn't have much options. Can he create something? Oh, lovely layoff. It could be. Oh, no, it's gone over. That was the chance that Pointe Michel would have needed to get that 2-goal advantage restored. And didn't hold his composure in front of goal, Fadu.
Most definitely, he got a brilliant assist from the left side by Kyle Del Sol. Kyle Del Sol realized he was 2-on-1. It was Kyle Del Sol versus 2 defenders. Kyle Del Sol realized from the left side he was not able to punch through. He saw his teammate inside 18, passed it through. The teammate took his time and just made a complete mess out of it. Gavin, we did see a little bit of composure by him, but I'm not exactly sure what happened, Gavin. I'm really not sure, because let me tell you, Kyle Del Sol gave him a beautiful assist, and he just made a complete mess out of it.
Can they get another chance? Oh, that one he snapped there. Did he take any deflection? No, it's the goal kick. And we have to go back to that chance from Petrokai with Pointe Michel. Because Kyle Del Sol did all of the hard work. The numbers were against him. Coming down on that left side. Managed to get a good ball in. But just in the end, Pointe Michel didn't capitalize. Still 2-1 here at the technical center. Still in the first half. And you can see it's been a very entertaining game so far. Open game. You sort of expect that after getting 2 early goals. The fans will be treated for something tonight. There's a bit of a nudge there. Referee spotted it. Joshua Prince wins the free kick for Southeast. So the Pointe Michel team with that 1-goal advantage, and you know, in a situation like that, Fadul, the clock tends to move a lot slower if you're a Pointe Michel fan or a Pointe Michel player. There's an injury on the field. Referee is still playing on. Goalkeeper quickly off his line, and referee has brought a stop to the play because there's a player who went down, and I suspect that he might have just hit his head on the turf on landing. And a bit of concern being shown there.
In fact, by both sides, Gavin, because even players of the Sagicor team are, you know, there with him. He hasn't shown much movement at all. Normally we would see a little bit of foot movement, a little bit of hand movement, but we've not seen any movement from him. We see a little bit of movement happening.
Well, we can't make out the player who's down, because obviously the Southeast players as well huddled around him, but looks a bit serious. And let's hope that is not anything that will probably require the ambulance. Okay, so it's good to see that he's sitting up at least. So I think he might have just knocked his head on the turf, Fadul. Landed a bit awkwardly and a bit shaken up. If it's a head injury, I'm not too sure if he should be able to continue. Should go through the concussion protocols.
And he's up on his feet. Slight limp. Looks like the number 4 for Pointe Michel. It looks like the number 4 for Pointe Michel. Ethan Doctrove, Gavin, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yes, could be if it's number 4, it could be Ethan Doctrove. Getting some treatment on his sideline. Let's see if it was his lower back or his head. We'll find out, soon as the physio deals with a doctor on the far side. So Pointe Michel down to 10 men temporarily. They'll have to bear that in mind, but it's Southeast on the attack. He's looking to find Lawrence there, but it's cleared, but only as far as Just the Prince. Rodney. And back down the field it goes. Okay, so Ethan Doctrove is on the field, so it's not Ethan Doctrove who picked up the injury on the far side. And just clearing. They are not taking any chances. So the injured player looks like he's coming back onto the field, so Pointe Michel back at full strength. Throwing for Southeast. Good defensive work there, shadowing him. And won the goal kick for Pointe Michel. We've seen Pointe Michel not too keen on sort of keeping possession, especially in the back. They've not really been playing out of the back, although the goal kicks have been hoisted downfield. And this one is a missed kick, so ball back to Southeast. Going to be some more pressure for the Pointe Michel team.
I think the early pressure that they added, or they started off with Gavin, sort of diminished quite a bit.
Handball there on Carrier. Free kick again for the Southeast team.
Southeast will be happy with the possession.
Happy with the possession, but not happy with the scoreline. Pointe Michel won't hesitate at all. As this one, well, goalkeeper had to be a bit watchful. It was a looping effort there, straight into his arms. And again, Pointe Michel not looking to play out of the back. Hoisted the ball downfield. Won the second ball, but I'm not too sure the player realized that he had some more time. Nonetheless, back with Pointe Michel in possession. And giving away. Have to do better with keeping possession, Fadu. Can't keep on defending throughout the entire evening. Prince.
Again, trying to defend, like you rightfully said, down in the midfield area. Again, not defending as they should. In fact, defending, but not to their advantage.
Long ball. Pointe Michel gets the first header. And they've won the second ball. And now a chance of a counter. Carry. Can he take on his man one-on-one? Has some support. Playing it back, man on, but he's driving forward. A bit heavy there, and in the end, he's still with it. On to the far side. Ball into the box. This could be trouble. And, well, goal kick in the end.
Well, the defensive play that you spoke of earlier on by Pointe Michel, at least a little bit of offense. We're starting to see them starting to sort of come back on the offensive a little bit. But they've been playing very heavy defensively.
That should have been a free kick though, but
yes.
Pointe Michel is still with it. Lovely turn. Oh, this had to be a little bit stronger on that pass and would have been in. You can see the game just starting to switch a little bit. Pointe Michel a little bit in the ascendancy here. Commentators Chris though. Southeast have won it back. But they just can't seem to get those runs. And for Darren James. Appeal again for a handball. The referee says play on. Lovely ball over the top. Overhit. Would it have enough backspin to stay in? No. It's gone up for a goal kick.
Well, the offense is looking, the offensive is looking to open up a bit more for Pointe Michel Gavin. They've been putting a bit more pressure on the defensive line of Sagicor.
But they have to be careful that they're not caught out. And they almost on that occasion there. Again, not much support. A bit strong on the ball though. Southeast to come away. And now a chance. Prince, oh. That pass. So Carrier now. Carrier pulls it back in.
Del Sol.
Del Sol skips past one. Ooh, and he's brought down. Good heavy challenge. But he won the ball with the initial challenge. The follow through took Del Sol out. And I think referee Sean might have just missed that. That should have been a free kick for the Pointe Michel team.
Gavin, if he had gotten it as a free kick, that would have been a very good opportunity for Pointe Michel to advance.
Oh, this could be trouble. Yes. This could be trouble. It sets it. Oh, gonna block him though. It will be a corner kick. Sophie's just falling asleep at the back there, Fadul.
Falling asleep, but they've been shaken up with that clearance. And luckily, the defender was there to literally deviate the ball completely out of position. Pointe Michel benefiting from a corner kick at this time. And we're receiving word from the Almond Park. It's 4-1 in favor of Bath Estate in the Division 1
quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals, yes.
Corner kick opportunity. There was a push there and well spotted by the referee. Free kick for Southeast. 2-1 is the score. So Adriel Lawrence pulling a goal back for Southeast. We had Kyle Del Sol scoring for Pointe Michel. And have we been able to confirm the first goal? Was it an own goal?
We've not been able to confirm as yet.
So we have some work to do at the halftime with the fourth official. Into stoppage time here in this first half. Oh. Referee's going to give a free kick.
If you want to play shot, get the ball for the ball to reach the man. Not on running long when the man gets the ball yet.
Sophie's trying to play out of the back. He's trying to pull the Pointe Michel players forward a bit. Oh, this could be no. All right. Well, backspin there almost put the goalkeeper in a little spot of bother. Good distribution there. Can he win that second ball? No. Tuck through with the strong header forward. No chance. Ball in. Good break up there. Pointe Michel with it. Almost looking to spot that run because he kept on going. Good work on the far side, but they've lost it again, and now Southeast pushing forward, looking to find George. George was looking to lay it back for Darren James. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Carrier. Can Carrier keep it in? Yes, he does. Carrier. Heavy first touch though, and I think that will have let him down. And he's gone off for a corner, so don't give it up on the play in the end. And he's won a crucial corner kick for Pointe Michel.
Very crucial corner in the dying seconds of the first half, in which we may or may not see another goal coming in under the shadows of the lights from the western end of the Stock Farm Technical Center.
Corner kick opportunity. Flat. Ooh, almost got it on the volley. But it's goal kick. So it looks like Buffett State are well onto their way into the semi-finals of the DFA Division 1 League. They're leading 4-1, the last we heard.
Yes.
At the Almond Park against Northside FC. And just Pointe Michel now here at the technical center, trying to see if they can keep Southeast back in their own half.
Been a good bit of teamwork between Carrier and Del Sol. Carrier playing from the left side, and then sometimes at times switching with Del Sol on the left side, but the options in the middle inside between the 18-yard line and the 6-yard line, it's just not been too good for Pointe Michel as yet, Gavin.
Trying to use the outside of the boot, and that's the whistle from referee McDonald. 45 minutes in the bag. A good half for Petro Caribbean Pointe Michel. They're leading here in this President's Cup quarterfinal matchup against Santico Southeast. They have a 2-1 advantage. We'll be back with the second half action in 50 minutes time. We'll see you there.
Wow, long I waiting for that game there, boy. I can't wait to see who that win today there, boy. Yeah, boy, but what happened in there now? What are really going on there now, boy? What the game now, boy? Boy, I swear to the other game, eh, boy. But where everybody now, boy? Boy, where everybody now?
Oh, they moved the game to another date, bro. Don't be like Mister. Follow the Dominica Football Association on all social media platforms to stay updated.
Boy, hey, wow, long I waiting for that game there, boy. I can't wait to see who that win today there, boy. Yeah, boy, but what happened in there now? What are really going on there now, boy? What the game now, boy? Boy, I swear to the other game, eh, boy. But where everybody now, boy? Boy, where everybody now?
Oh, they moved the game to another date, bro. Don't be like Mister. Follow the Dominica Football Association on all social media platforms to stay updated.
All right, and we want to welcome you back to the DFA Technical Center. Just about set for second half action in this President's Cup matchup between the Surgical Southeast and Petrocari Pointe Michel. It's Pointe Michel leading 2-1, thanks to goals from Kyle Del Sol and Daniel Dupini. Southeast, well, they had Adriel Lawrence pulling one back. Everything to play for if you're a Southeast fan. You have 45 minutes to salvage your season. Pointe Michel, 45 minutes to hold on. Referee's having a look. 7:59 by my watch. Fadul, second half action on the way.
Second half action on the way, and Southeast have enjoyed in the first half a 48% possession, with Pointe Michel just edging out by 52% in terms of possession in the first half.
And that's an interesting start.
Yes, that would be just, yes.
The first half looked like it was all Southeast in terms of possession, and Pointe Michel doing a lot of defending, although maybe the last 5 minutes there. So
which is what I was just about to say.
Yes.
At a certain point, it was actually the other way. Hold on. Okay.
Well, first chance there for Southeast. But no, Pointe Michel looking to break. Will the flag stay down? It is staying down. Pulling it back, looking for options. Doesn't have any. Pointe Michel looking to restore that 2-goal lead. Ooh, that had to be a lot better. And that's a nasty tackle as well. And the carrier is definitely going to head into the referee's book. Yellow card. Real heavy challenge. And
Gavin, that was a bit unnecessary by him. I think if he had probably just allowed play just to continue along the line, he may have had an opportunity to, intercept a bit more. But I think that was a bit of an unnecessary one.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have been able to intercept, but I think what happened was he was probably a bit frustrated with the pass that he made initially and was looking to try to make amends. And lunging there in the end. Lucky to just get away for a yellow card as well.
Very lucky indeed.
Back on the way is Joseph Prince. Lawrence. And Lawrence is in behind. No, he's not in behind because the flag's gone up. It's offside.
Well, speaking of offsides, Gavin, in the first half, Southeast had 3 offsides and Pointe Michel two chances that were cut off. They've actually gotten their first offside, Southeast, in the second half. So they may want to be sort of watching how they play the advancing line a bit more, at least watching the line, not to catch themselves too in the offside position. We see referee Sean McDonald going to the player to have a word.
I think it's for time wasting because Pointe Michel, they're taking, as we'd say in local parlance, their cool time to get things back on the way. So the referee just having a quick word with him, letting him know that that won't be tolerated. And it's very early to try to be wasting time because we're just, 2 or 3 minutes into the second half. And knowing Sean McDonald, he will add back the time. And that could come back to haunt you in stoppage time, where you'll have, instead of maybe 3 or 4 minutes, you might find yourself trying to hold on as a challenge there. It's going to be a free kick for Pointe Michel. Could find yourself with an extended stoppage time.
At this point, comfortably, at least for the time being, it's 2-1 in favor of Pointe Michel. I don't think any team, or at least especially Pointe Michel, will want to find themselves in stoppage time, because we have seen teams scoring in stoppage time, Gavin, sometimes even winning in stoppage time. And at this point, Pointe Michel will definitely, will need to be looking to probably make 1 or 2 more goals. But Southeast as well, they'll be looking for the equalizer and a chance to advance further with some more goals. If this ends up in a draw, Gavin, we'll have a 15 minutes added.
We'll have a two 50-minute halves. And then if it's still tied, then we'll have penalty kicks. Down the field, but Pointe Michel should deal if it launches it into the stands.
I think that's the player, not sure if he's from Wayne George, doing some tactical footwork. I believe he plays for Wayne George, if I'm not mistaken.
Ratio, yes, Christophe Jervy.
Yes.
Chance for Southeast. Oh no, says Pointe Michel. And credit to Pointe Michel, that defensive line has been very good tonight. Ethan Doctor trying to show Coach Ellington Sabin or the national team that, hey, you have to take a look at me.
Well, you never know. Maybe these games that he's been playing and will be playing for the next few games as well, he may be getting a last-minute call-up.
Bit of a poor goal kick there, but I thought they would get away with it. No, they won't. No chance now for Southeast again. Lawrence whips this ball in. And again, no nonsense clearance. To still be a possession for Southeast, though. They'll be in it for throw-in. Looking to draw level. Lawrence is still looking for options and didn't have any. He's giving it away.
That's all.
And Pointe Michel now trying to turn on the counter. Oh, that's a good ball, and it could be in. The goal is open, but the touch let him down in the end. I think maybe he got a bit excited there. That was a chance for Pointe Michel.
Had a first chance, Gavin, didn't quite make it clear enough. Got a second chance and still didn't make it. I think we probably should have seen the second goal or the next goal by Pointe Michel, the third goal right now, but not taking advantage of the open goal opportunity that was available to them.
These chances can come back to haunt you as Southeast are pushing forward. But again, the defensive work there from Pointe Michel standing tall. Bit of a miscontrol there. Oh, Delso was hoping to try to get in. He's not. Throw in for Pointe Michel. And looks like the referee has spotted the players down. So looks like we're going to be calling on the medics onto the field. Looks like Southeast might also be making a change as well. So it looks like number 22 is about to come in for Surgical Southeast.
Gavin, we're also monitoring the game, the Division 1 game. I know this is the Premier side, but we're also monitoring the Division 1 game. It's 6-1 in favor of Bafe State at the Almond Park at this time. So 6-1 in favor of Bafe State FC at the Almond Park. That's the latest score from the Almond Park.
Well,
so clearly, Bafe State
in the semifinals.
In the semifinals, very clear. I'm not sure if Northside can pull a miracle.
Nah, that's not going to happen.
I don't think that's going to be happening for them.
And I know that some people are not too happy that Bafe State are up 6. Was it 5, 6?
6-1. 6-1. That's the latest score coming in.
Yeah.
From the Almond Park.
Just having a look at someone I know for sure that's not too happy with that news, Fado. 6-1. These are supporters of the other team in the production crew. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Inside jokes, ladies and gentlemen. So throw in for Pointe Michel. Ooh, didn't get onto it, and now James Lawrence. Pulling forward, takes a shot, deflected, it'll be a corner kick. So Southeast in search of that equalizer. Pointe Michel trying to hold on. Pointe Michel has some defending to do right now. Doesn't look like they have everyone back defended, so Southeast will have a numerical advantage in the box. But it's fallen for Pointe Michel and it's cleared downfield. Goalkeeper will allow that one to get into the box. Looking to set Southeast on their way. Bit of miscommunication there, and now a chance for Pointe Michel. Ooh, almost found that run there. Lovely end-to-end action. That's what you tend to get in these knockout games, Fadu. You're not playing for points, you're playing to play tomorrow. And you find teams will throw caution to the wind as they try to get themselves back into the games.
Gavin, it's not like the division games or the premier games where, you know, at least you play twice, and then if you win you advance, and then you play against other teams as well. This game is lose, win, advance, lose, go home.
And lose or go home. The action will continue tomorrow. DSFC up against the reigning champions, the defending champions, Central Cooperative Credit Union, Dubai FC. And then what a match we have in the other quarterfinal of Valvoline Reunited and the Belfast Estate Mao Soccer Strikers. That's going to be a big encounter tomorrow.
The Maho Soccer Strikers, just before we get to that one, Gavin.
He has to make sure that he wins that ball. Being pressured, it's gone out, and corner is the signal. Javi George has been quiet tonight, trying to create something. Giving away, had a lot of time, he's giving it away. Pointe Michel trying to break. Pointe Michel, is the flag going to go up? No, his flag is staying down. Pointe Michel in! Oh, another save! Big save there from the goalkeeper. Making amends for that first goal which he conceded, where it was a bit of a blunder, which allowed Daniel Jupini to score.
Very big save, and of course, you need to be very careful.
But these chances might come back to haunt Pointe Michel, because that's two clear chances at least that they've had in the second half. They had an open goal. The shot comes in and straight onto the goalkeeper. And I think maybe Pointe Michel might just want to sort of settle things down. They're sort of playing the pace that Southeast don't mind at all. As they've won it back. But someone needs to take control of the game for Pointe Michel. As you see, they're just giving the ball away. That's the second time in succession. Oh, and that's lovely. That's it. This is a chance. Oh, and again, the goalkeeper with a brilliant save. And he might have hurt himself in the process as well.
The goalkeeper having to come out and step out a bit, putting himself in some danger physically as well, in order to avert another goal being put into the back of his net.
Fado, I can tell you, both goalkeepers have had blunders in this game, but they've both made up for their blunders. We've seen some excellent goalkeeping as of late. Corner kick for Southeast. Pointe Michel will win the first ball and the second ball, and Pointe Michel will try to see if they can catch him again on the counter. Numbers against him. But the hold-up play there has been excellent. Finds Carrier. Carrier looking to take on Justin Prince. And good from Pointe Michel, taking the time out. There I go again with the commentators' curse. Just as I was praising them, instead of slowing down the game. In comes a very ambitious shot. And playing it out, we are throwing for Southeast.
Carrier and Del Sol have been playing almost, perfectly together. But you realize that the back line, the defensive back line for Sagicor has almost been reading them. They've been reading where Carrier has been coming on. He's been playing from the right wing, pushing forward. Del Sol has been playing down to the middle, and I think the keeper will just take up that one. Easy scoop up for him, Gavin. But they've been knocking on that chance. They've been knocking on the door, Pointe Michel, to add a third goal. Pointe Michel.
Pointe Michel should have put this game away, in all fairness.
Well, yes.
They've probably been a bit more clinical in front of goal, especially in the second half. Could quite have easily been 4-1.
4-1, yes.
And they'll be sitting pretty. And for the Pointe Michel fans, Gerald, George, and company, will surely be hoping that these wasted opportunities don't come back to bite them.
At the same time, you've spoken of the wonderful work by both goalkeepers. Very good work by them.
Oh, Prosper had to win that header. Javid George. Didn't see the run of Lawrence, but Javid George. George gets the return. George! And a blunder again from the goalkeeper. It's gone in! And Southeast are level. It's 2-2.
Gavin, again, we were just praising the goalkeepers and the fantastic work that they're doing. And the blunder again. We saw a blunder in the first half. We see a blunder again happening in the second half by the goalkeeper. Had a first touch on it, let it loose, and it literally passed in between his legs. It is game on. Sagicor Southeast. Could this be the start of their advance and their continued comeback, Gavin, at this time?
Well, the Pointe Michel players, and these kind of goals can really break your spirits. And you can see the body language from the Pointe Michel players. All of their hard work undone based on 2 goalkeeping errors. And now trying to play out of the back, something that they have not done throughout the entire night. And now inviting pressure from the Southeast team who are smelling blood as they're pushing for the go-ahead goal.
Interesting enough, Gavin. Very, very, very interesting in terms of possession. Very interesting based on the statistics that we've had, based on our statistics. Pointe Michel has had the better stats in terms of possession. Very interesting. But with this goal, I think Southeast will definitely be wanting to push and hold on to possession a bit more and try to score that advanced goal, because they definitely want to send Pointe Michel home. Pointe Michel as well wants to send Southeast home with the loss. We still have a bit of time left. It's only 64 minutes of play which has elapsed. We're into the second half. Southeast holds on to possession.
Lovely turn from George, finds Lawrence. Lawrence with the shot! Goalkeeper makes the first save. Ball still dangerous. Prosper heavy and a goal kick. So we've seen some sort of up and down goalkeeping. One moment, they're looking like a David Raya. The next moment, they're probably looking like a Joseph Fadul in the goal.
Yes, I do admit I have not been too good in the goal.
Just having a little bit of fun with you, Fadul.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sure you're quite capable.
We see some actions happening on the sideline, Gavin. We see the number 2 and the number 19 being prepared for Pointe Michel. The number 2 and the number 19 being prepared for Pointe Michel on the sidelines.
Pointe Michel making some changes.
So the number 19, Justin Kazimi, is preparing to come on. I believe on the number 2.
So some changes, carries off for Pointe Michel. And Pointe Michel making a string of changes. Coach Huskell Gregoire hoping the fresh legs could be the difference. But to be honest, Fadul, these sort of changes could also change the dynamics of the game, because it means you have multiple players who have very little time to get used to the pace at which the game has been going. We're back on the way. Prosper finds George. George is brought down. Referee, I thought, was going to play the advantage, but he's heading to his pocket. Yellow card issued. I thought that the official would have played the advantage, but maybe the whistle a bit too premature, Fadul.
Yes, I am actually in agreement with you on that.
You can see Southeast making some more changes. Looks like Trey Douglas is going to be coming in.
They got up on his feet very quickly. So again, Gavin reverting back to the point. Thought he would have definitely played the advantage.
Very interesting that Trey Douglas didn't get the start. National player. Move from the LA Stars to Surgical Southeast. Back on the way with George. And George not giving any space at all. And now looks like Southeast are prepared to make that change.
Now when they're bringing in the number 25 and the number 13.
Some quick changes there for Southeast, fresh legs. Coach just responding to what Huskell Gregoire for Pointe Michel did just a few moments ago. Long throw. Back with George. George whips it in. Oh, flashed across the face of the goal there. Tight angle, and George almost produced a moment of magic.
I suspect Gavin, he was looking for the header on the back post. He was hoping somebody would have been there. I suspect that's what he was hoping for.
I don't think so, Fadul, because that was struck ferociously. So, had anyone gotten a head onto that, they would be on their way.
Injured, yes.
Yeah, on their way to the Dominica China Friendship Hospital.
I'm really not sure why. What was the reason for that ferocious shot, Gavin?
It was a tight angle, and George, of course, with the quality of the player that he is, you know, backed himself, and it almost crept in into the far side. As a poor touch let him down, and could be in though. Sweeping there, the defender. with some defensive responsibilities, but it's going to be a throw-in for Pointe Michel.
Pointe Michel taking advantage, finally getting the ball back into their striking half and hoping that they will be able to do something good with it in the shadows.
But the two teams have about 20 minutes there so to break this deadlock. Otherwise, we'll be heading into two 15-minute halves. And if we're still tied, then the dreaded penalty kicks. So if you're a neutral fan, you could be in for some bonus football if the scores remain level.
I don't think both teams will be looking to draw. I don't think any of them will be looking for the 15 minutes at all, Gavin. I think one of them will definitely be wanting to pull the edge and see if,
on the far side, Fabio. It's given away, and now Pointe Michel, he's sorry for chance. It looked like he was offside, but Javi George is sprinted. Oh my God, it looked like Usain Bolt for a moment there. And a good defensive work in the end. Goal kick. But my gosh, Javi George there with the 100-meter dash. Came from nowhere, literally, and almost got onto the end of it.
he slipped through to the middle, in fact, past the two defenders, and literally slipped through, came out of nowhere. I think if we send Javid to the Olympics, we will have a second gold medalist, you know, Gavin.
Well, from what I saw a while ago, I wouldn't doubt that at all. Just a Prince. Lawrence is caught, but Lawrence is also fouled in the process. Free kick for Southeast. Taken quickly, Southeast in search of that third goal. Go-ahead goal. In comes the delivery. No, almost got in there. Just needed a touch from a Southeast player. It would have gone in, but it was last off a Pointe Michel player in the end. Corner kick.
So far, Gavin, it's been a full force for Southeast. They've turned the tables on Pointe Michel.
Another one. On the far side, going to be another throw-in. Yes, it is a throw-in. So Southeast, they've come from 2 goals down in case you're just joining us. Pointe Michel hit Southeast with a quick punch in the first half. I believe they were 2-0 up before 5 minutes. They had a few chances to extend on that lead. They didn't. Southeast in the other end, well, managed to get 2 goals, albeit of some goalkeeping errors. But like Asa Banton says, any way you give it to me, I'll take it. And here they come again, pushing forward. George. And good defensive headers, going up for another corner kick.
5 corners in favor of Southeast so far for the game. I don't think we've had any goals being scored from any of the corners. But maybe this corner will be the one to score.
A good heads, and who got the last touch to it? Southeast it was. Goal kick.
So far for the game, Gavin, Southeast have had 6 shots off target. And can you imagine if Southeast had a bit more of accuracy, we will definitely be seeing a different kind of a game. And it's interesting enough, both teams, one has 6, one has 7 shots.
Prosper is pushing forward. Prosper has George, but couldn't get George the ball. Throw in for Southeast. George. Blocked. And now Pointe Michel looking to break the other way. He has some options. It's going to be a foot race. The goalkeeper is also coming forward. He has to get to it. He does. And calm and composed. The goalkeeper in the end. Prince lost his foot in there. Throw in for Pointe Michel. As the Stock Farm fragrance started to kick up. I really don't know how the residents of Stock Farm Yam Piece are able to deal with this on a daily basis.
No comment, Gavin. I know there's a very popular song that says more info in the comment box.
Yeah, well, it's really kicking tonight.
I think for the entire week, for the games that we've had, tonight has been one of the more potent nights.
Yes.
I think tonight has been one of the more potent nights.
But there seems to be something happening there. Is it or injured player was being dealt with? Yes, okay. For a moment there, I was wondering why the coach was on the field, but it was a sort of a medical situation. As a Southeast throwing on a defender, Milia is into the game. Throw in for Pointe Michel. No real direction on the head is given away. Southeast are going to catch on the counter. Oh, and Darren James, the foot raise, Darren James. And good defensive work again. The defenders for Pointe Michel have been spot on, Fadul. The goalkeeping, not really, but the defensive work, again, on point.
Well, yes, Gavin, it has to be on point at this time because it's 2-2. Something I suspect Pointe Michel did not expect. Right now, they do have to be on the defense for the time being.
Long throw in. Goalkeeper comfortable with it. Long through, but it doesn't meet its target. Lawrence wins it back for Southeast. George. And George has been the spark for Southeast in the second half. And the goalkeeper quickly off his line. We'll get to it. Oh, distribution not the best. Well, Pointe Michel still able to keep possession. Oh, lovely ball. What can he create? Oh, lovely pullback as well. Heavy touch though, it's still going. Oh, it could be a chance. Oh, had to have been better. And then the shot there goes wide. Another chance for Pointe Michel, Fadul.
That's the second time Kyle Del Sol has provided a very beautiful assist into the middle. And that's the second time, Gavin, a blunder, a complete blunder by the striker. Kyle Del Sol was pushing in. He found the first option, was not able to take it. Found the second option to push through. A beautiful assist into the 6-yard area. And again, Gavin, no goal for Pointe Michel. Kyle Del Sol really has been, the man at least providing the assists. And his teammates have just not been able to take advantage of the opportunities.
This is, the flag's gone up. Flag has gone up. Offside. Back on the way. Justin Prince doesn't look like he was ready for that. And again, just the touches letting the Pointe Michel players down. Getting the opportunities. As here comes another one. Begging for the run, begging for the ball. Didn't get it. Should have given that up. I believe it was Kazimi begging for that pass. Didn't get it. But it's going to be a throw-in for Pointe Michel. Just about 12 minutes to go. First, whatever stoppage time. Could we have another twist in this game? A long throw, Pointe Michel. And Southeast trying to break the other way. Javid George wins it. Javid George is brought down. And the referee has a decision to make. Is he going to go into his book? Is he going to go into his pocket, sorry? Ethan Doctorov with the challenge. And Doctorov has walked away. And doesn't look like the referee is going to take any further action.
Well, it is in favor of Sagicor Southeast. I think referee McDonald, maybe from his vantage point, doesn't deem it worthy of any card colors. But it is in favor of Sagicor Southeast, which I think they should be happy for because they have regained possession, Gavin.
But they're not happy because they're hoping that the Ethan Doctorov should have at least gotten a yellow card for that challenge. Broke up an attacking play, and it looks like the referee might just be going to do so, or somebody's getting a yellow card at least. But yellow card is being issued to someone, but it looks like it might be a Southeast player for descent.
Well, we didn't see who it went to, Gavin. We just saw him right in.
Lawrence from distance. Goalkeeper bumbles. Goalkeeper goes in! Another goalkeeping error leads to a third goal, and now Sagicor Southeast, they've come from 2 goals down to take the lead. There are questions about offside as to whether Javid George might have been in an offside position, but nonetheless, the flag stayed down. It's Sagicor Southeast 3, Petro Caribbean Pointe Michel 2.
And Javid George has just given Sagicor Southeast the advantage at this time with 9 minutes left in the game. Javid George putting Sagicor Southeast in the driver's seat at this time. 3-2, Gavin. The goal now coming in from Javid George. And I think at this time, Sagicor Southeast will attempt to play and at least keep Pointe Michel at bay as best as they can.
Here comes Southeast again as they're looking for insurance. There are James, and straight out to the keeper, but again, the keeper making a little bit of a bumble. The goalkeeping for Pointe Michel has not been his best. As a matter of fact, it's been the downfall for them tonight. 3 errors, 3 costly errors. And the Pointe Michel on the back foot.
Offside.
One up is offside.
No, as Pointe Michel, you want to see if you can equalize and even take over, but you don't want to rush in any advanced position to find yourself offside, which is what just happened to them.
Nine more minutes plus stoppage time. Does Pointe Michel have another goal in them? Will we see some late dramatics? Or will Southeast put this game to bed? A disappointing end for the Pointe Michel team after being 2 goals up. Goalkeeping errors and of course missed chances as well. But can they? Oh, this one rings the crossbar like a church bell on a Sunday morning. I think maybe the goalkeeper might have gotten a touch on it as well.
Yes.
It's going to be a corner kick. Another ball into the box. And cleared for now, but well, I was about to say only as far as the Pointe Michel defender. Well, yes, Pointe Michel is still with it. Another chance, appeals for the handball, and yes, it's given. Seven minutes and stoppage time. What a comeback it's been from the Southeast team. After going down 2 goals, sticking to the task, sticking to the challenge. And the football gods also working in their favor as they were able to capitalize on 3 errors from the goalkeeper. There's a bit of a push, just spotted by the referee. Pointe Michel in the count. It's going to be a free kick there. Cheston Prosper conceding the foul. Set piece chance for Pointe Michel. And now you can see a difference in the tactics. As they're pushing more bodies forward, there's nothing to lose at this point in time, except the match.
Well, a number of bodies as well forward for Sagicor.
Sagicor has everyone behind the ball. They're defending. Pointe Michel on the attack. Ooh. I think he might have just miskicked it there. The goalkeeper could have held onto the ball and didn't. Players brought down. Flag. Goal kick. Wow. And you can see that the Pointe Michel players are not happy with that one. Happened right in front of the assistant official. He decided that the contact was not worthy of a foul. And he's given a goal kick.
Kyle Del Sol definitely not happy with it.
What a turnaround from the Southeast team, and it's been the Javid George show in the second half. He's really created a number of chances. Really been a terror down on the left side. And he stayed in. Thought it might have gone out. Actually did go out. Late flag there from the assistant official. Goal kick for Pointe Michel. So Southeast a few moments away from holding on. Completed an amazing comeback to book themselves a spot in the semi-finals. Of course, they will play the winner of the match between Jubla and DSFC.
That'll be played tomorrow.
You see Pointe Michel making another change again. Last throw of the dice from Coach Huskel Gregoire.
So then the number 9 will be coming in, and I believe the number 6 has been substituted out.
It's now or never for Petro Caribe Pointe Michel. Cheston Prosper with the throw in to get us back on the way. George goes down, trying to con the referee into a foul. Referee says no. Throw in taken quickly. Prosper applying some pressure. Pointe Michel. On the far side. And sliding tackle there. Not afraid to get dirty.
2 more minutes until the end of 90, Gavin. Sagicor will be attempting to hold on and probably try to get one more through. But I think if proceedings continue at this stage further going forward, Sagicor's office will be very happy to advance to the next round.
Surely they will. And they will have an amazing bus ride back to Grand Fond environs. Because they're 2 goals down. And if Pointe Michel created a number of chances as well, the situation is looking very bleak for Southeast. Now they're in front. And now doing some game management. It's going to win a free kick. And a chance to take some more precious time off that clock. Not sure what the signal will be from the fourth official. So how much time we would have.
Well, Gavin, proceedings from the Division 1 Bath Estate are 7-1. That's the final score from the Almond Park Bath Estate and Northside in Division 1. So Bath Estate have a very comfortable lead, or had gotten a very comfortable lead against a comfortable win against Northside, and that's the final score from the Almond Park.
Bath Estate into the semi-finals. So winding down here, the technical centers throw in on the far side for Pointe Michel. And looks like we have a little bit of a scuffle here. But quickly brought under control. Cleared, and possession for Pointe Michel. Into stoppage time, ladies and gentlemen. Right now we're at the mercy of Sean McDonald. How much time is he going to give? Is there enough time for Pointe Michel to get the equalizer? Long through. Cleared back down. Last touch by Pointe Michel, and to be a throw-in for Southeast, and they will be in no hurry to take this one. I can guarantee you this. What a comeback has been from the Surgical Southeast team. And they're keeping the ball deep in the Pointe Michel half. Not giving Pointe Michel an opportunity to get the ball forward, get the ball downfield. Good game management. And the referee is issuing a yellow card. Looks like to a Pointe Michel player. Yellow card for dissent. Back on the way and throw in, taken short. And the ball is going to stay in that direction. Corner kick. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you manage a game in the dying seconds. No need to take any unfortunate risk.
You can't take a risk, Gavin, if you know that the risk that you're going to take is going to be to your benefit.
Actually, no, it's actually a throw-in. For a moment, I thought it was a corner. But the referee just signaling it's a throw-in.
Okay, yes.
Into the box. And Pointe Michel. Maybe their last roll of the dice. Quite spotted back down the field. Pointe Michel. As you can hear, the Southeast supporters urging for that final whistle. But could this be a last chance for Pointe Michel? Looks threatening. And just goes over the head of the goalkeeper, over the bar. And that, ladies and gentlemen, might just be it. Referee's having a look at his watch. That's the final whistle. And Surgical Southeast have come from 2 goals down to get into the semi-finals. So a team from the East survives. One team from the East went home earlier, East Central. But Southeast are still standing strong. Fado, some final words from you before we say goodbye.
Some final words from the commentary side. 3-2 in favor of Southeast. Southeast, like you said, Gavin, have advanced. And statistically speaking, very interesting to note, very, very interesting to note that Southeast did not have the possession advantage. In fact, they had a 49% possession advantage as compared to Pointe Michel, 51. And they still ended up winning the game tonight. So hats off to the Southeast team. 3-2 against Pointe Michel. Thank you very much for joining us. Join us tomorrow for 2 games right here from the Stock Farm Technical Center. Joseph Fadul and Gavin Richards saying good night on